Hey everyone, Anastasia here. If you are starting a WordPress website or thinking about switching your hosting provider, you've probably been overwhelmed by all the options out there. Today, I'm breaking down the best WordPress hosting providers for this year. I will include both premium hosting options for established businesses and budget-friendly options for beginners. I'd like to start with Cloudways because this is actually a premium hosting, but it has some pretty affordable plans. And if you've been dealing with sluggish page loads or random downtime, Cloudways is your solution to these problems. Most people start with shared hosting, which is when your website lives on the same server as hundreds, sometimes thousands of other websites. You all share the same resources like storage space, memory, RAM, and processing power, CPU. That means if one of those websites gets a traffic spike or starts using a lot of server resources, it can slow down your site too, even if you're doing everything right. Shared hosting is cheap and beginner-friendly, and I'll talk about a few providers today that offer that. And I understand why many people start there. I also started on a shared hosting, but it also has limits. You can outgrow it quickly once your site starts getting real traffic. I've outgrown shared hosting with my blog in the first 10 months. But if you're running something heavier, like an online store, or you have an offline business that already attracts a big audience to your website, you don't want to risk it and use shared hosting. Cloudways gives you dedicated resources on a cloud server without the price tag of a full VPS or dedicated setup. You get cloud hosting, the fast, reliable kind, and you can choose your own provider: DigitalOcean, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, and more. It's fully managed, so that means no coding headaches for you. Yet it gives you serious control. You can start at just $14 per month, and you only pay for what you actually use. I like that there are no mystery charges and no long-term lock-ins like you will see most other hosting providers push you into, a yearly plan or even a 3-year upfront payment. Here you can pay a monthly fee, and you can decide if you need a bigger plan as your site grows. As a WordPress user, you can launch a site on Cloudways in just a few minutes. I will show you around so you don't get confused once you set up your hosting here. We're choosing the latest WordPress version. Give your application a name. This becomes your website name. Now, name your server, where you can host multiple websites, by the way, and give your project a name to organize everything. Then you need to choose your cloud provider. I will go with DigitalOcean's plan at $14 per month. You get 1 GB RAM, 1 core processor, 25 GB storage, and 1 TB bandwidth, which is perfect for starters. Then choose your server location based on where you get most of your audience. In most cases, New York works well for global audiences. Then click Launch Now and watch your cloud server get created. Now your server is active. Applications here are your websites, and you can add multiple applications to the same server. From here, click your application name to enter Cloudways settings. Then click your application URL to see your default WordPress site. Then you can use built-in tools to install themes. For example, it could be Astra theme. By the way, you get a year of Astra Pro theme for free with Cloudways. And just like that, you've got a fast, scalable site with the Pro tools. Cloudways is a perfect combination of flexible pricing, serious reliability, and focus on making your site fast. This helps you with SEO on Google more than you can imagine. Maybe if it's your first site ever, Cloudways can be too much. But if you're already trying to upgrade from a basic shared hosting, it will be an excellent option. To help you with an effortless migration from another hosting provider, Cloudways offers a free migration plugin. You just need to install the plugin, then in 3 simple steps, you will migrate your site. From your Cloudways dashboard, select your server and application to access the SFTP credentials and application URL. Then follow the migration steps, enter the required info and click Migrate. Your site will transfer automatically. Now let's talk about Hostinger, a name that you've probably seen before. Here is the honest take. Hostinger is what I call a good enough host, and that's not a bad thing. It's easy enough to use, drag and drop builder is included. It's fast enough for most personal sites and blogs. It's cheap enough at around $3 per month, but to secure this price, you will need at least a 12-month plan. And the new addition that I really like is their AI WordPress builder. They use Lightspeed servers and they include CDN for caching content on multiple servers globally to improve your site speed. If you're brand new to websites and you don't want to overthink it, then Hostinger is honestly a solid start. Everything is bundled here: a free domain name for the first year, SSL, backups, up to 5 mailboxes per site on their business plan. They offer support 24/7 on all plans, which is great when you don't want to deal with add-ons or setup. But you're paying for a whole suite of tools, even if you don't use them. What I like most of those tools is all of their AI WordPress building features that Hostinger introduced recently, including this special plugin that they built and integrated for affiliate marketing on Amazon. It helps you automate a lot of processes when you're creating articles and pages for affiliate marketing specifically. I made a video showing how it works, so I'll link it up there and in the description below if you're curious to see. So for most beginners and bloggers, I think it's a great value at around $3 a month, hands down. Moving up the ladder, let's talk about A2 Hosting. A2 Hosting was acquired by WorldHost Group in January of 2025, and then it was rebranded as hosting.com. So if you cannot find the actual A2 hosting site, it's now on this new address. They offer both basic hosting for WordPress. These are plans similar to what we've seen on Hostinger, and they cost around $3 per month. But again, you will need at least 1 year plan. They also offer plans called Managed WordPress Hosting. These start at $11.99 per month if you go with a 12-month plan. Now, if you're wondering how this is different from the previous hosting for WordPress plan, they have a handy comparison table. And looking at it, it looks like the main difference is that the more expensive option includes auto updates for plugins and themes and auto backups and manual backups with individual restore features. They also use Lightspeed like Hostinger, but paired with more powerful hardware. What are the drawbacks? Well, you do have to pay at least for 1 year upfront to get the best price. And the cheaper plans only allow one site, so it might be a hard decision to make, especially when you see Hostinger's cheapest plan allows you to host up to 25 websites on it. Okay, on to BlueHost. And I have mixed feelings here. On one hand, I actually started my blog 8 years ago on BlueHost, and it served me well for the first 10 months. It was very affordable, had an easy WordPress setup, it had chat support 24/7, so it worked fine until it didn't. As my traffic was growing, I started paying more attention to things like site speed because I wanted to rank well on Google. And it was just too far behind other providers in load speed and uptime. And then I've got some serious traffic spikes from Pinterest viral pins around the 10th month of my blog, and it completely crashed my site. I mean, it was loading pages, but it was taking so long, like maybe more than 15 seconds per page, that most users didn't wait, of course, and thought the site was down. Another consideration with BlueHost is that, again, you're getting this good price locked only if you purchase their services at least for a year upfront. But then your price for hosting goes up a lot and it becomes more in the range of premium providers. Usually, people start with BlueHost, and by the time they need to pay their next annual fee, they migrate to a different provider or to a more expensive hosting provider anyway. And still, even with a 3-year package and the basic plan, what you get there for the same price, you can get a lot more with Hostinger, for example. BlueHost removed the email based on your domain name from the basic package, so you only get it for the first month and then you have to pay extra for it. On Hostinger, you can have 2 mailboxes per site on the lowest plan. On A2, you can get up to 10 email accounts around the same pricing of about $3 per month. On the basic plan of BlueHost, you can have up to 10 websites. On Hostinger's, it's up to 25, but on A2 you get only 1 website at the same price range. But for e-commerce websites, even at the beginning, the plan on BlueHost is around $7.45 per month. And honestly, I think you can get better performance elsewhere for a similar price. Last but not least, DreamHost. They have different types of hosting offers. The more affordable is called shared hosting, and the pricier options are called WordPress Managed Hosting and VPS Hosting. The last one means that server resources are isolated for individual users. So if we talk about shared hosting at 2 pricing points, I think Shared Unlimited is the most logical choice because it's at $395 per month and you get everything unlimited, like literally unlimited websites and unlimited emails. While on the other plan you get just 1 website and no emails are included, so you will have to pay extra for each email on your domain. And they do include one-click WordPress installer, automated backups, free SSL, but do you get the best performance? Well, it's decent, not amazing. And the support, it's reliable but not instant. Live chat isn't available 24/7. And let me show you a little trick on their pricing page. If you switch from 3-year plan to 1-year plan, you will find this unlimited shared plan is sold actually cheaper for the first year. So you can actually get their best pricing on a 1-year plan, unlike, for example, Hostinger's best rates, which require paying for 4 years upfront. Plus, it's pretty unusual for shared hosting, but DreamHost even offers a monthly plan for it. And also DreamHost offers a 97-day money-back guarantee, the most generous in the industry. It doesn't include built-in optimization tools like Lightspeed, which Hostinger, for example, does, so you will need to use external plugins to fine-tune your website performance. It's ideal for users who want unlimited everything, storage, traffic, sites, and are sticking with WordPress. Those who prefer simple dashboards and long refund windows. That was my review of the best hosting providers for this year. I hope this helped cut through the chaos and saved you from the regret trap of choosing the wrong host. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more helpful comparison and review videos like this one. And while you're building a WordPress site, you might want to check my review of the fastest and best WordPress themes as well. Check the video linked up there. I'll see you in the next one.